engines. This is the Women's Motorsports Network. From dirt track nights to the bright race lights, from the garage to victory lane. Women are rising, chasing the dream with horsepower running through their veins. Women's Motorsports Network. Hear those engines roar. Stories of courage, speed, and heart, like you've never heard before. Fuel her future, fuel her dreams. Every lap we celebrate. Women's Motorsports Network. Let's hit the track. Let's hit the track. Women's Motorsports Network. Connecting and celebrating women in motorsports. One story at a time.
You know what racers need? Equipment that keeps up. Freedom Race Lifts has created the first ever line of battery-operated vehicle lifts for race cars. Their patented system auto-locks at any height. They are portable, easy to use, and trusted by champions. Designed with racers in mind, they deliver professional-grade equipment to your own garage. Built tough, built smart, and built for you. Visit freedomracelifts.com to see the growing list of options. And use code Melinda to receive a special discount. Race weekends move fast, but showing appreciation doesn't have to be hard. With send-out cards, you can send a digital thank you with a photo and a message in seconds, right from your phone. Thank your crew, your fans, even your competitors, because good sportsmanship looks good on and off the track. Unlimited card sends for just $10 a month. So start sharing the love at sendoutcards.com/53240. That's sendoutcards.com/53240. Hello, everyone. This is Melinda Russell with the Women's Motorsports Network. And my guest today is Olivia Grimes. Olivia, I want to welcome you to the show. And would you start by sharing a little bit about yourself?
Yeah. My name is Olivia Grimes. I live in Grant, Alabama. I just had a birthday, turned 15 this year. Started racing. My dad started fishing and dirt bike riding and all that stuff. And
do you have any pets?
Yeah, I have 3 pets. I have a cat and 2 dogs.
Okay. All right. Do you like dogs or cats better?
Cats.
Do you? Okay. All right. And then how about any siblings? Do you have brothers or sisters?
I have 1 sister.
Okay. Are you the oldest or the youngest?
The oldest.
Okay. All right. And how old is your sister?
9.
9. All right. So she's a little bit younger. Does she race too?
No, she plays hockey.
Oh, wow. She plays hockey. Yikes. I'm surprised that it always surprises me when kids play hockey in states that are typically warmer, you know, because I know then they have to do it indoor. In Michigan, where I live, of course, they play indoor, but they play outdoors too in the winter. So that's cool. Your mom's a busy woman then if she's running you guys all over the place. Yeah. So Olivia, will you tell me a little bit about how you got interested in racing? Because not every kid goes down that path. So who in your family raced? I bet somebody did.
My dad started out racing micros, and then he moved up to quarter. He went from quarter midgets to micros, and then he went to 360 sprint cars with the USCS series, and that kind of got me into it. He woke up one day and was like, "Hey, you want to go to try out for the quarter midgets?" I was like, "Yeah." So we started from quarter midgets and went on up to micros, and now we're in A class and winged outlaw, so it's going pretty good this year.
Yeah, it sounds like it. So how old were you when you first started racing?
7.
7. So you've been racing 8 years. This will be your 8th year probably. Yeah. So you've had a lot of experience driving and learning and whatever. What was the hardest thing for you to learn, either when you first started or as you transitioned between those things? You always had to learn something new, I'm guessing, because they all drive differently,
Yeah.
right? So what was the hardest thing for you to learn?
I think the difference between pavement and dirt racing was the big difference for me, because you can't drive it like a pavement car on the dirt, because it's a lot harder than the quarter midgets to drive.
Yeah. Okay. And so do you like the dirt though?
Yeah.
Yeah. Anybody I talk to that has gone from pavement to dirt typically really likes the dirt. So that's not a surprise. So you're doing a winged, you said winged sprint.
Mhm.
Okay. So is this your first year to do that?
No, I think it's my second year, maybe.
Okay. All right. So what do you love most about driving a winged sprint car?
I think like the people around us and the way the car feels going down the straightaway, the speed and the way the car turns into the corner, it feels really amazing.
You like that? Yeah.
Mhm.
So tell me about your car. The number, the colors, all the things about your car.
So my car number is 2G, and the colors are pink, white, and blue.
Okay.
And that's my A-class car. The outlaw car is neon yellow, blue, and black, and its car number is 2G.
So you take me back. I was trying to write that down so I can remember. So you drive a winged
Yes.
sprint car.
Yes.
And then the outlaw car.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So when you race, do you race both of them on the same weekends usually?
Sometimes.
At the same track?
Yeah.
Yeah. So what would you consider your home track?
SAR in Marion County, Illinois.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
So you go from Alabama to Illinois to race?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Olivia, that's a long way to go. So Marion County, Illinois, what town would that be?
It's Marion.
Yeah, I think it's in
Marion, Illinois.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Is it down by St. Louis, down in that area somewhere?
No.
No?
No.
Okay. Huh. So I grew up in Illinois. So I'm an Illini through and through. I grew up in West Central Illinois. So if you look on a map where Illinois, Iowa, Missouri meet on the map, that's where I grew up and lived until I was in my 40s.
Mm-hmm.
Then I moved to Michigan with my first husband. But anyway, so why do you go so far to race?
Well, it's the closest track to us, and the tracks in Alabama, they don't race micros. They just race big sprint cars around us.
Okay. Okay. So you must really be serious about it, or you wouldn't be driving that far to go.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's interesting. And how often do you travel to Illinois?
Twice a month.
Okay. So you know that road pretty well, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. How long does it take you to get there from where you live?
6 hours.
Oh, 6 hours. So,
Yeah.
I mean, that would be like me driving. I live in Kalamazoo, Michigan. That would be like me driving from here back to West Central Illinois, where I was born and raised. So not as far as I was thinking. I was thinking it would be a lot farther. So that's not terrible. But Olivia, I'm so spoiled because I have racetracks within 20 minutes of me, every direction, north, south, east, west. They're not sprint car tracks though. So see, that's the difference.
Yeah.
You've got to go to dirt and where the sprint cars race. And I only have one track that's close to me that does that. And it's an hour. So I wonder why there's not as many of those kind of tracks. That's a shame.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think more kids would get involved in it, and we'd see more girls in sprint car racing if there were more tracks.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are there very many girls that you race against in Illinois?
There's a couple.
Yeah, but it's mostly boys.
Yeah.
Yeah. And is it all ages? Is it like adults and kids, or is it?
Yeah, pretty much a mix
Yeah.
of both.
Yeah, I'm a good mix of both. So how successful have you been in your racing?
I think the last race I did, or not the last one, the one before that, I finished second in my heat race in the outlaw car.
Mhm.
First time ever running it.
This is my first time ever running the outlaw car. So,
Wow. That's impressive. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I bet you're looking forward to running that again
Mhm.
because it sounds like you're pretty, you're pretty comfortable and you like running that if you finish second. Yeah. That's cool.
Yeah.
Now, is there when you go that far away, none of those kids go to your school. You didn't know any of them before you went there. Have you made friends? Is it easy to make friends when you travel that far away?
Mhm. Yeah,
Yeah.
so I have a friend, his name is River Cone, and they live in Kentucky, and we meet up with them almost every time we go to SIR.
Okay.
We met in Quarter Midgets, and we kind of went from there.
Okay, that's cool. So you do have friends there, and then you've made new ones, I'm sure, too.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Now, do you help work on the sprint car? Who does the maintenance, the work, and all that?
So my dad and I do a lot of mechanical work on the car, and my grandpa does all the electrical work, but we all kind of help on the car, and my little sister does the tires and stuff. So,
Because she wants to be part of it too, doesn't she?
mhm.
Yeah. And what is your mom? Your mom makes sure all of you are doing your jobs. I'm sure she's
Yep.
taking care of everything, and she probably makes sure that you're eating right and drinking enough water, especially when it's this hot.
Mhm.
So it's a family deal, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Not every sport does the family get as involved. So like if you were playing basketball, unless your dad was the coach, it'd be you and they would just watch. But racing is different. Families are all pitching in to help. Like you said,
Mhm.
your grandpa helps and your mom's helping and your sister's helping. And I love that part of racing. What's your favorite part of the racing?
I think that just the people around us that help us, they'll drop everything that they're doing and come help us. And and we do the same. And it's the community that helps all this stuff.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I hear that over and over and over again. If you couldn't race tomorrow, you would still be friends with those people. And
Mhm.
social media lets us, continue those friendships for sure. So Olivia, do you have social media pages where people can follow you?
Yes, I think we have Grimes Motorsports on TikTok and Facebook
Okay, Grimes Motorsports
and
and
Instagram.
and Instagram. And does your mom is your mom your social media person?
Yes.
That's a good role for mom because then she can make sure that everything that's on there is appropriate and that we want to know what you're up to, and that's a good way to keep track when I'm in Michigan and you're in Alabama, Illinois, whatever. Now, do you ever travel anywhere else to race?
Yes. So last week we went to Oklahoma and I did some stuff with Frank Flood. And
Okay.
we raced up there for one day. It was supposed to be 2 days, but it rained out. So
Yeah. That's a frustrating part when you've got to deal with the weather for sure. Yeah.
And then we traveled to Doe Run and Miami County.
And where's that at? What state is that?
Doe Run is in Missouri and Miami County is in Indiana.
Okay. So you come up in the Midwest quite a bit to do your racing. Yeah. I'm a Midwest girl through and through, Illinois. Now I'm in Michigan. So, so when you first started racing, I always say racing's the one sport that you lose more than you win. And sometimes that's hard to think about, that it's not like, you could be an undefeated baseball team because racing, that's just not going to happen. Let's be real here,
Yeah.
So, when you first started racing, though, who was your biggest supporters? who was the person or persons that said, Olivia, I know you can do this or this? Who was your biggest helper?
My parents and my grandparents.
Yeah. And your dad had raced, so he
Yeah.
probably was a really good help for sure. Yeah. And, for you to be able to race, did your dad still race when you were racing?
No.
No. So that's what I would call a sacrifice. So sometimes parents sacrifice their own career, racing career. Obviously it's cost money and the travel and
Mhm.
everything. So your parents sacrifice things for you to be able to race. What do you know, that's something that's different than most sports because we know it's expensive.
Mhm.
Um, who else helps you? Do you have sponsors or anybody that pitches in so that
Mhm.
you can race?
Yeah. A1 Auto Course, they're really helpful. They help with all the motors and stuff, and they're really good.
Okay.
Then they were really good, and we met them in quarter midgets, and we kind of
Okay.
so.
Okay. Awesome. And so when you work on, like, if you went out and tried to get sponsorship or whatever, is that something you try to do or you do it with your parents? How do you get a sponsor?
Yeah.
So I'll hop on for this one.
Okay.
It's really hard for us since we are here in Alabama to try and get sponsors. So mainly we're, family owned and operated. The A1 Auto Cores, like I said, we met them in quarter midgets and kind of got them on to selling motors and cores for micro sprints. So they've been very helpful with us, but it's really hard. We kind of do some fundraising stuff online on Facebook. But as far as true sponsorships, we haven't made it that far yet.
Yeah.
Well, it would be hard. That's what I was kind of thinking, that, you're in Alabama, and if you were racing right there close, it'd be easier because
Yeah.
those businesses would be there.
Mhm.
Whereas you're coming to Illinois, you need to find sponsors in Illinois, but you're not there all week. That
Yeah.
would be hard.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I struggle with that a little bit myself, because not that being where I'm located has nothing to do with it, but I cover such a big area of people all over the United States, Canada, Australia, all over the place, that it's hard. You almost have to have a bigger name
Yeah.
that gets help, and that's what you struggle with some too, because you're not right there.
Yeah.
So keep working at it though. Don't give up on it. It'll happen. Somebody will see you, Olivia, and they'll be like, oh, I like how she races, I want to sponsor her. Yeah. So being on, you're traveling, your family's together, obviously during the week and on the weekend. Has that made your family closer together? How has it impacted your family?
I feel like before we were kind of like far apart, and now I feel like we're both together because we're traveling every week or so together, and I feel like it's our time together every time we travel, and it's our family get together time, and it's really fun and it's enjoyable.
We celebrate birthdays on the road.
Yep.
And
We celebrate birthdays on the road, and
Yeah.
so
All those kinds of things. 4th of July, all the holidays, whatever,
Mhm.
right? Yeah. Because, sometimes, we'll go back to any other sport, or let's say you were in dancing or whatever, dads aren't always into that as much. And so dad's kind of doing his thing, and then mom's kind of doing her thing. She likes to bake or whatever. But when it comes to racing, it takes all of you, doesn't it?
mhm.
And so it brings the family together. I love that part about racing, because that happens so often. So, you're doing all this traveling. I'm sure you're practicing, you're working on the car. There's a lot of things your family could be doing
Mhm.
besides racing. You're in Alabama, you could be going to Florida, you could be going to the beach, you could be golfing, you could be doing a lot of different things. What is it about motorsports that keeps you going to the track on the weekends?
Well, when I get in the car and we get there, it's like, it kind of spaces out the noise and it kind of gets me focused, and it's really enjoyable. Yeah, it can zone everything out, and it's really, really good.
School,
Yeah.
you know, other people, all the things. You can just focus on your racing and kind of let all the other things slide away. Yeah. So what do your friends think about you racing?
I think they really like seeing us there, and it's really enjoyable.
What about your friends at school? Do they understand anything about your racing?
Uh, yeah, so I'm homeschooled, but my church friends think it's awesome. And
Okay.
so,
Okay. Homeschooling works so well for kids that race. It's just such a blessing that we're able to do that. And, you know, I think COVID did a lot of bad things, but there
mhm.
were some good things that came out of it. And to realize that you could homeschool and do a lot of other fun things besides just go to school. I love that for kids. I think that's awesome. So does your mom homeschool you, or do you have one of those online schools?
I have an online program that I do.
Okay. Yeah. That's what a lot of kids do, and like I said, I just love that, and it gives your family more flexibility and yeah, that's great. So, everybody has a bad day at the track. We kind of talked about that. When you have a bad day, how do you how do you handle that? Do you get upset? Do you throw your helmet? Do you cry? What do you do when you have a bad day?
Well, sometimes I'll get upset. I'll throw the steering wheel, but then I'll go in the RV and I'll sit and just let it fade away, and then I'll go back out and I'll ask, "Hey, is there anything I can help with to make the car do anything better?" Or
Good. Yeah. You have sometimes you have to process it, right? You have to let it let it follow go through and your head and your tension and all the things. And then it's just one race. I had somebody say to me, and she was a little girl, a little younger than you, and she said to me, "Well, it's just one race, and I know tomorrow there's going to be another one." And I thought, what a smart little girl that is. That is just one race, and you're going to have a lot more. And so try to do better, try to figure out what you did wrong, if if it was your fault, and then move on and just try to get better. So that sounds like that's what you're doing too.
yeah.
Do you have a favorite race that you can go back to and say, my favorite race, or maybe my favorite place to race? Do you have a favorite at all?
So my favorite track is Wayne County, but
Okay.
they closed down. So, and then my favorite race that I've ever done is when I won my first heat race.
Yeah.
That was my favorite.
That's a big deal. Yeah, for sure. And do you run for points, or you're just running for
No,
yourself?
I just run for myself.
Yeah. Yeah. So if somebody came up to you at a racetrack, a parent, and said, "Olivia, my little girl's been watching you. She wants to drive a race car just like you." What would you say to her? Is motorsports a good sport to be involved in?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just encourage her to keep doing that and say, yeah, go ahead. You can do whatever you want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we have to encourage each other, even if they're older than us. Encourage each other and help bring new kids into the sport too. I think that's important, that they see what you're doing, and a little girl sees another girl out on that track and she thinks, well, if she can do it, I can do it too. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So, have you ever come off the track and thought, I'm just not good enough. I just can't do this. So
Yeah.
how do you get out of that kind of a funk?
Kind of sit in the RV and my mom or my grandma or my dad will come in and we'll talk for a while and be like, yeah, it's okay. You can still do it. I know you can. And it's really encouraging.
Yeah. Because everybody has those kind of things, even just in life, Olivia. You know, the car breaks down, or the air conditioner quits and it's 100 degrees outside. All those kind of things, right? And so through motorsports, I think we learn about adversity how to overcome those things. What are some things you think that maybe you've learned through being involved in motorsports that maybe you wouldn't have learned at such a young age?
Oh, that you have to actually work to get where you want, and that you can't just sit around and expect it to do it by itself.
Good advice. That's right. You have to work for what you want.
Mhm.
Yeah. It's not just going to land in your lap for sure. Yeah. Do you ever have any issues when you've raced because you're a girl? Do the boys treat you any different, or are you just one of the racers?
It's kind of in between.
Okay. There's always that one, isn't there, that thinks that they know better, or you don't belong there or whatever. Yeah. I know that's so true. So you're 15. What does racing look like for you down the road? What do you want to keep doing in racing?
I want to keep going, and I keep trying dirt until I get to the big sprint cars, and I want to be on a big team someday. So.
Oh yeah, I'm hoping so. I watch a lot of Flow racing. Do you watch Flow? Yeah. Where are those girls out on the High Limit series and the World of Outlaws? Why aren't there women driving those cars? That's always frustrating to me.
Yeah.
That there's got to be some good women out there. They just need sponsorship. That's one of the problems. But I would love to see some girls and women in those series. I watch a lot of that for sure. Yeah. So go ahead.
So we watch Kaylee Bryson and the Silver Crown cars. We watch her, and the midgets. We watch her a lot. So
yeah. She's really good, isn't she? Yeah. So you do have someone to look up to for sure. Have you ever met her?
Yes, we went to PRI one year and we met her, and she was really nice.
Oh yeah, she's a really nice girl. And have you ever gone to the Tulsa Shootout or the Chili Bowl?
No, not yet. I think we're thinking about it next year.
Yeah, I would love to go there. That's one of my bucket lists. And not to race, but I want to go there and talk to all the girls that I've interviewed, because so many of those girls, a lot of girls I've interviewed go there and race. And I just think that would be fun to go and then be able to watch them race, in person. That would be cool. So, when is your next race, Olivia?
Mama, do you know when?
Probably in the next
Couple
week.
weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah, couple weeks away. Do you post that on Facebook, like where you're going to be racing?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So we can follow you there. And then how long do you continue to travel and race? I mean, when school's going on, do you still travel? I guess you're homeschooled, so that doesn't matter. In the fall, or how long does it go?
So it goes through October.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So you've got a few months yet that you get to race. Yeah, for sure. Well, Olivia, is there anything I haven't asked you about that you want to share?
No, I don't. Oh yeah. I want to thank Frank Flood for all his help.
Okay. All right. Very nice. That's good. We have to thank the people that let us do what we love to do, don't we?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It takes a lot of time, effort, money, all those things in order to drive a race car. I don't care if you're 5 or 105. It still takes all those things. So yeah, that's good. Well, Olivia, I've enjoyed meeting you today and having you on the show. I'll just ask and when you post on Facebook, if your mom will tag Women's Motorsports Network. It's easier for me to keep track of you that way. And if you ever want to be on again, or something big happens and you want to share it, always reach out to me. I love sharing, what the girls are doing and updates. So don't ever be afraid to reach out and and say, hey, I just won my first feature race or whatever it might be, because I know you're going to do it. It's just a matter of time, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Well, Olivia, thank you again for being on. Like I said, any last words that you want to share before we hang up?
No.
No? Okay. All right. Well, thank you to you and your mom for being with me today. And I hope you have a great weekend. And make sure you stay in touch, okay?
Thank you for having me.
Oh, you're welcome. Drivers, start your engines and bring the thrill of the track into your life with Pit Crew Creations. We design unique, custom motorsports-inspired decor and accessories for fans who live life in the fast lane. From personalized mugs to stylish shirts, bags, and journals, every piece is crafted to match your love for racing. Whether it's for your home, your style, or the perfect gift, we've got you covered. Don't just cheer for the race, live it. Visit Pit Crew Creations today and shift into gear with designs as unique as your passion. You can find us on Facebook at Pit Crew Creations or on Etsy at Pit Crew Creations Shop.etsy.com. Pit Crew Creations, fueled by passion, crafted for you.
Start your engines. This is the Women's Motor Fun Network. From dirt track nights to the bright race lights, from the garage to victory lane. Women are rising, chasing the dream, with horsepower running through their veins. Women's Motorsports Network, hear those engines roar. Stories of courage, speed, and heart like you never heard before. Fuel her future, fuel her dreams. Every lap we celebrate. Women's Motorsports Network.